In this video I'll talk about the Morph drywall corner sander, how it works, why it works so well for professional tradespeople, why it sands the apex so well. I'll also talk about its baby brother, their customer service, and if you're a DIYer, stick around to the end and I'll show you how it can work for you. All this and more coming right up. Hi guys, I'm Brad McKinnon, a drywall finisher, plasterer and stopper from New Zealand, and in today's video it's all about the Morph drywall corner sander, and that is by Morph Sanding Solutions. You can check them out on their website or on Instagram, and right away you can see there that that tip that I just put on the corner sander is the key to this sanding device, and we're just going to place that tip on the corner sander and along with the sanding paper that comes with it. And this corner sander is made to sand in the apex, and it's made really for professional tradespeople. And because I'm a professional drywall finisher, I use a fizz tool or any drywall corner sanding machine to do the majority of the sanding throughout the jobs I do. And this fizz tool corner sander, especially the number 2 or the second generation corner sander, is made to get right into those corners or the internal corners, probably sanding 90% of the internal, but it's all about the apex that's left over. And you can see if I shine the light up the internal corner here, you can see where it's sanded. It's got that light color finish, but right in the apex you can see it's kind of still dark, and that's where we need just to finish off sanding when the machine can't get to. And that's where the Morph drywall corner sander excels, because of that tip placed on the head. You can see there that just by doing sort of 2 passes, that's sanded. So easy. And once we've been around the room with the machine, we're just going to follow along with the corner sander. Now obviously the machine won't get down inside these windows, but of course you can use your corner sander, just come away from the apex and you can sand down that corner piece of cake. So it's not just for the apex, it can do those little gaps where the machine won't get to. But you can just see how easy it is. Now this was made by a guy who, his name's James, from Australia, and in Australia they actually have tradespeople that do just sanding, and he's been sanding for the last 10 years, and he just got sick of using a block, sanding the apex with a block. And again, you can just see that with the light shining on it, that the shaded area where the machine can't get to, and just how easy it is to use this Morph corner sander. So we'll just go around this. This is a renovation job I recently completed, and we're just going to go around and I'll show you how easy it is to use. Now, because this is made for professional drywall finishers, it's made to clip on to your sort of flusher handles that you have that you use for running internals. So most of us have these, and they just clip on really easy. Now even this internal here, which has only got about a 50mm bottom coming off that onto the wall there, this corner sander is sanding that as well. You can just sort of put the weight onto the wall side and just run down the bottom there. Now if you watched my previous videos, you'll notice that previously I said this was the best corner sander, and this is the Richard corner sanding sponge, and it was for a long time really good. But as soon as I tried it out, I realized how good the Morph corner sander is. Now the Richard one is a sponge, so it's quite soft. So when you're sanding anything like a renovation job like this one, which had sort of, you know, nothing was level, it had small ups and downs here and there, the sponge would just follow that. But I noticed using the Morph on this job where it's a hard, the tip is hard, you know, it's 3D printed. He 3D prints all these Morph sanders, and they're hard, they're solid, they're strong. So they actually, you know, running along those internals, they take out those little light ups and downs, and that's a big advantage over the Richard. Also, the Richard was quite expensive, changing those all the time there, whereas the Morph, once you've purchased the head, you're just changing the paper. So lots of benefits over all the other corner sanders. Pretty much every other corner sander on the market doesn't get into the tip like doesn't get into the apex of the corner like the Morph sander. And again, the key is that tip. That tip is on top of the head, and that's what's getting into the internal, into the apex of the internal. Now, just to show you, I still use my sponge just to get right into my 3-ways, just to finish them off, because the tips on the Morph head go right up to the edge. They do a great job of getting into the 3-way, but I still like to just tidy up 3-way there. And you can see how, like, this is a renovation job, you can see how straight those are. Beautiful finish, you know, it doesn't need sponging at all. That's done and dusted. Now, this one I've been using is the V3XL. You can see here, this is the smaller V2 version, which is available, and comes in handy just for those smaller, tighter internal angles. But if you're looking for recommendations, definitely go for the XL. I just find it glides a lot better than the smaller one. Just that bigger head, easier to control. And also, if you're looking to purchase one of these corner sanders, check out their website. They also do the modular one, which we'll talk about in a minute. I think that is around $100 US, and that's where that sort of also comes in handy for the DIYers. So the modular one there, the one I'm using is a 90 degree, and then the other one there is a 93 degree, which you can also use to sand the whole internal. So if you don't have a sanding machine, you can use that to sand both sides right up to the edge, feather those edges in. And again, you can also fit the tip on those, so you're sort of doing the whole thing at the once. So those edges of the Morph are feathering the edges and also sanding that apex at the same time. So that's a good combo if you're a DIYer. Also, if you're a DIYer or even a painter, you probably don't have the corner flusher handles. So Can-Am actually make these little adapters which you can slide onto your painter's pole, and they just clip on to the Morph sanding head. So that's another option if you're a DIYer or a painter looking to get one of these. You can sand all your internals once you've done your sealer coat of paint. Makes things a lot easier as well. So that's an option. Now, he's got great customer service as well if you're looking to buy one of these things. Lots and lots of comments on Instagram about how he's looking after everyone. So if you're interested in following him, he has great content on his Instagram page and a lot of content showing you how he makes these, how he 3D prints these. But yeah, you can just see there how it's morphing to the internal. So, and just showing you there how also you can run up the side of these doors. So a great sander. And you can see here, if you do use one of these adapters, you're just a little bit limited by your angle, whereas these sort of bent flushes with sort of the small gooseneck on them have a lot more flexibility in them. But yeah, something to consider. But this is my new best drywall corner sander. I use it on every job now. The best one on the market. It also comes with extra tips, because they don't last. They last a good while, but they won't last forever, so they come with the kit as well. So definitely recommend. Go out and get one. Check it out. Morph Sanding Solutions. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.